Hey guys, this is Kami. I know what you guys have been waiting for. The ultimate long-range guide. And here it is. Throughout the video, I'll be using clips from an A+ rank Corridor Shippu I trained, which you might have already seen in my community post. I've linked the full 24-minute run in the description box below, and I recorded the audio this time. But before we go to the meaty stuff, I want to tell you that it's normal to get a lower rank with long range UMAs, especially without an MLB Kitasan Black. I think it takes more luck than speed wit, and I got quite lucky reaching an A+ rank with this Corridor Shippu. First, let's deal with the choice of trainee. We want those with growth rates in speed, stamina or power. My top 3 recommendations are Corridor Shippu, Mejiro McQueen and Tokai Teo, but honestly, you can use any UMA as long as the long range aptitude is A. Next up, inheritance or sparks. If you want to know how to get good sparks, check out this video. Here, it's best to use a hybrid spark of stamina and power, but you can replace some with speed sparks, especially if you don't have an MLB Kitasan Black. Here, I use 6 speed, 9 stamina and 3 power, but feel free to add more power sparks. Now, let's move on to our support deck. Instead of using 3 speed and 3 wit like in our SRank guide, we'll use 4 speed and 2 stamina. The deck I'm using this time should be a great free-to-play example, right? Event Special Week and Sweep Tosho as usual, plus a 3 LB King Halo and 2 LB Narita Taishin. For stamina cards, I have a 2 LB SSR Mejiro McQueen, which you can exchange for in the club shop for free, and for the friend slot, I borrowed an MLB Super Creek, which is a must-have because her swaying maestro is too powerful. If you have a 1 LB Super Creek or better, feel free to borrow an MLB Kitasan Black, and replace 1 speed card with another stamina card. Here, alternative cards can be any SR speed or stamina cards. And let's get into the training. Here I used a point system again, very similar to the SRank guide. Each supporter is 1 point, an exclamation mark next to the supporter is an extra half point, the director is half a point, and if the training is speed or stamina, add another half point. When to go for an outing is the same as the SRank guide. If your best training option scores under 2.5 points and your mood isn't great, it's better to go on an outing. For random events though, it's slightly different. Prioritize options that gives you speed, power or stamina, and those that give you an energy boost. When your energy is less than half, you can either rest or train, which might fail. By the time you reach the debut race, your stats should be around 250 in speed and stamina. For Corridor Shippu, you can either set her to front runner or end closer, as her inherent skill reduces her chance of getting stuck. But, as the old saying goes, if you're stuck, you're stuck. For the skills, you should avoid learning them until certain races, specifically the Kikkasho and the Tenosho Spring. Learn some stamina recovery skills right before those races, as they require quite a lot of stamina. After the debut, continue the same process. Otonashi will be worth half a point, and friendship training will be worth 1.5. For the orange gauge supporters in the wrong place, they're worth 0, so you should avoid them. You'll want to avoid outings unless your mood drops to normal or below, and if your best training option scores less than 2 points, it's often better to run a race or rest. Choose races that are as highly graded and as long as possible. The New Year options follow the same principle. No energy, go for the middle. Full energy, go for the top. In the classic year, friendship training is worth 2 points, Also, any supporter whose friendship gauge isn't green or above is worth 1.5 points. If you get a lucky turn with 2 friendship trainings at once, give yourself an extra point. When you have a bad training, either rest or race, and for resting or racing, I lean slightly more towards resting if your energy bar is at 60 or lower. This helps preserve energy for the next round. For key events and fan count, check out my SRank video. By summer camp, you should have around 450 in speed and stamina. After that, aim for around 550. For the goal leadership in the clip, I was lucky to get 600 in both stats, so if yours are lower, that's absolutely normal. Then comes the Kikasho. If you have 350 stamina and a gold recovery skill, you should pass easily. You can change to late surger if your stamina isn't enough. For the second New Year event, if you have 70 or less energy, choose the top option. If you have more, choose the middle. And now we reach the senior year. For the raffle event and skill level increase, I've already covered those in the SRank guide. But there's a critical event for stayers. The Tenno Spring in late April. Before the Tenno Spring, aim for around 750 in speed and stamina, and I strongly recommend you learn at least 1 gold stamina recovery skill. You could lose like my gold leadership did here, even with more than 800 stamina. Most likely, your UMA can place in the top 3 with at least 500 stamina and a gold recovery skill. After the summer camp, a typical result is around 850 to 950 in speed and around 800 in stamina. With my gold leadership, I got 1000 speed and 900 stamina. Pretty lucky, but it's normal to be slightly below that. By year end, try for around 1050 speed and 900 stamina, with at least 240,000 fans. For the URA finale, see my SRank guide. So instead, here's how to reach the long URA finale instead of the typical medium one. The finals you enter are determined by the races you run, so to enter the long URA finale, run as many long range races as possible while avoiding other distances. Races you can go for include in the classic year, late October Kikasho, senior year, late February Diamond Stakes, late March Hanshin Daishoten or Nikkeisho, late April Tenno Spring, and late May Meguro Kinen, and for both years, early November Copa Republica Argentina, early December Stayers Stakes, and late December Arima Kinen. Talking about races, try and finish the Spring Triple Crown for Tokai Teo and the Autumn Triple Crown for Megilo McQueen, as it gives you extra stats. And finally, for skills, I strongly recommend you learn at least 1, ideally 2 gold stamina recovery skills. This is because wit will usually be quite low, so skills might not activate, and your UMAs might rush more. For long range UMAs, you mostly get wit around 300 to 400, which isn't ideal but it's acceptable. The best recovery skill is Swinging Maestro. Go Home Specialist is also good. Breath of Fresh Air and Cooldown aren't bad, but are less likely to activate at the right time. Don't learn Iron Will. For other recovery skills, feel free to comment down below about how useful they are. And that's basically it. Hope you get those A and A+ rank long range UMAs. Please like, share, subscribe and comment below if you found this useful. Feel free to ask questions down below. This is Kami. See you next time.